How did you enjoy the program so far today? You've been great. Wonderful speakers. You know, Alicia, she probably doesn't remember this, but about 2 years ago, I heard her give a talk. And she's the one who made me realize that just talking was nothing because I wasn't sharing myself. And after hearing her talk and share such deep personal things, I realized I needed to let go of some stuff as well. I grew up in the projects. I was born in Texas. My dad brought us out here when we was, well, I guess I was about 8 years old. Dropped us off at my mom's sister house, said he'd be back, and it was about 2 years before we saw him again. That was the most hurtful thing in the world to me, with my dad leaving. The way I saw it, he left me personally. Didn't matter what was between him and my mom, I just took it personally, and I really hurt. The next time I saw him, he was with another woman, and she had children, a son that was older than me. And I got mad with God because I had asked him for an older brother. And you know what? God listens. I just wasn't expecting him to send me an older brother that way. So I was very upset. Took me a while to get past that as I was going to Sunday school and the church, but it still ticked me off that maybe it was my fault that my dad wasn't with us because I got an older brother by another lady. I used my dad as an excuse for not doing the things I wanted to do. My dad saw some things in me that I didn't recognize. I wanted to write, I wanted to speak. Unlike Alicia, I wanted to be in front of the room. Nobody else wanted me to be in front of the room. So they would never call on me in school to come up to the front. So I was always sitting back there, even if because I was kind of shy, I would kind of raise my hand. Teachers never paid any attention. And my dad told me, you should be a teacher or a writer. And the only thing I had to say about that, I didn't tell him, but I said to myself, who are you to tell me what to do? You aren't there with me. And so, despite him, I chopped off my nose and I didn't do the things that I really wanted to do. That was just the beginning of me using excuses. When Alicia told us to write about things that we're ashamed of that's been holding us back, I wrote some things down and I decided I would share some of them with you. I'm ashamed of not, getting a little emotional here. I'm ashamed of not trying before now. Wow. I'm ashamed of using any excuse as a justification for not doing something. I'm ashamed of not using the talents and the skills that God gave me because I thought I was not good enough. After all, my dad left, so there must be something wrong with me. I'm ashamed that when God told me through others I could do, I continue to argue that I couldn't do, and therefore I didn't even try. That's the thing that kept me from doing many things in life. I made a list one day, and I discovered I had a lot of talent and skills that I wasn't putting to use because I had one excuse after another. One of my favorites, because of the era that I grew up in, was, well, I'm black, I can't do it. Nobody's going to let me. Who's going to be interested? That was one of my favorites. which is sad. Because my grandfather owned a farm in Louisiana. My grandfather worked hard to pay off that farm. When he died, he owed nobody nothing. When my grandmother had cancer, he paid her doctor's bills. He owed nobody nothing. And he did it because he was told he couldn't inherit because he was illegitimate. And his brothers and sisters loved reminding him that he was not a legitimate child and therefore he couldn't inherit anything that they had. So he worked hard to get what he wanted. Now that should have been enough for me to do something, but instead I dwelled on all the negatives. It was much more fun to do that because then I didn't have to try, and if I didn't try, I couldn't fail, and nobody would know. So I did that. And I wasted so many years. You know, God has a sense of humor. I tell a story about when I was growing up in a house full of girls, because I had 6 sisters and 1 brother. And those sisters, you know how the girls are, we're borrowing one another's things and we don't return them. So one day I said, God, if you let me get married and I have children, let them be boys. He did. 4 boys. But you know what? I had forgotten about something. Boys like sports. I'm not into sports. Do I look like I'm interested in anybody's sports? No. But every time they had a practice, I'm out there in my high heels, going across the grass, trying to get over to where they were. My book, I believe in reading. Sitting there, not really paying attention to what they were doing because they didn't mean anything to me. But they were good boys, so I can't complain. I was blessed. I had great sons. But I chose to be a victim. No one really made me a victim. I chose to be a victim. And many times, that's what we do. We choose to be the victim because it's easier to have that reason for not doing the thing we want to do. I want to encourage you to drop those victims of excuses. You know the things that Alicia told you to write down and you tore them up and put them away? Let's leave them in the trash bin. How many of you have something that you want to accomplish in the next 12 months? All right. Who would like to share what they want to do? Anyone? Well, I'll start. I'll start if you're not going to speak up. I had made a list of things that I wanted, and one of them was to get a new car. But I put it for 2017 because of the things I had going on. I knew I could not afford to get a car this year. August 28th was my 44th year wedding anniversary. And my car was, it's okay, I'll accept the car. It wasn't easy, I have to tell you, because we are totally opposite. And I told people, we'll be lucky if we make 6 months. But it was time for me to get my registration renewed. And that car failed 3 times in a row. So I told my husband, I said, it failed again. And he looked at me and he said, you want a new car? I said, I don't have the money to make a new car payment because I'm used to doing it for me. I care. I don't ask my husband to do anything extra for me. He has his money, I have my money. So I said, I don't have the money for a new car. And he said, did I ask you about do you want a new car? I said, yes. He said, well, come on, let's go. That's the and do that for me. But I have to promise to keep it clean. He knows I like to stack stuff on the truck. There are so many possibilities out there for us. And we walk by them. I certainly walk by many possibilities. I was offered the opportunity to have my own business here in Sacramento back in 1975. I was taking this charm course, and the lady found out I was coming to Sacramento, and she said, I'd like to open up a school there, and you could run for me. But you can't guess what I said. I can't do that. I've never done anything like that. I wouldn't know how to do that. What I should have said was, if you will show me what to do. I'm going to make some mistakes, but I'm willing to learn. That's what I should have said. But instead, I can't do it because I didn't want to fail. I did not want to be a failure. And I lost an opportunity. I mean, she was going to open the school up. She was going to pay for what it needed, get the location and everything. All I would have had to do was to run it. But instead, I let that possibility, that opportunity go by because I didn't want to be a failure. I didn't want others to see me as a failure. And I really didn't think that I was good enough or capable enough to do it. How many times have you let an opportunity slip by simply because you didn't want to take that risk? Shea stepped out of the corporate world in 2010 and said, I'm going to do something better on my own. In 2010, I was told by my company that December 30th was going to be my last day because they were downsizing, and I was one of those who was going to be downsized out the door. Ain't you ever have to be? It's a horrible feeling to realize everything is going to change for you. Now, I had been working part-time for almost a year because I was taking care of my mother. My husband was going through cancer treatments. So I was on part-time in order to allow time to do what I needed to do. I thought, okay, well, they're letting me go. I'm going to go apply for unemployment. I've never applied before, so I shouldn't be any problem. Yes. I filled out all the paperwork. Someone called and talked to me. And when I told I was looking for part-time work because of obligations I had, big mistake. Don't ever tell them that. Instead of her telling me at that point, well, you know, you have to look for full-time, otherwise you can't get unemployment. He sent me a letter and told me I couldn't do it because I had too many domestic obligations that I needed to take care of. I called and tell her. Excuse me. I worked for more than 40 years. I've never asked you guys for anything. You're telling me that I can't get unemployment when you give it to everybody else? Over and over and over. I even had a judge agree with me. But the state of California didn't care. They still didn't give it to me. So I was feeling really, really down. And it seemed like nothing was going right. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then a friend of mine invited me to come hear him speak. He wanted some support in the audience. And right up to that day, I was thinking to myself, I don't feel like going to hear him. I got other things I need to worry about. I don't want to go and hear somebody talking about motivational and nothing is going right in my life. But about 40 minutes before the program was to start, something told me to go anyway. I'm talking about you, Victor. I went to hear Victor speak that day. And that was the beginning of the change. Because that was the day I met Shea. And Shea's conversation said, no, we're not having that. We're going to do something. So she invited me to her program. And it was one thing after another, and each one built on the other. It is important to have someone in your corner. Now, I'm standing here today, but there are a lot of people who are the cause of it. I've been in Toastmasters for years, and I've wanted to go out and speak, but I never had the courage to actually go and do it. But because there are people like Victor who says, "Now, LaWanna, you can do it, and I'm trusting you, because I know you can do it. And I want that smile. Don't let that smile waver." Shea kept saying, they need to hear from you. You've gone through some things that people need to hear. Right. And Robin, you can do it. I know you can. You just have to have the confidence. Mm-hmm. And Christy, who calls me every day. You should be coaching. Well, the truth of the matter is I like speaking. For me, coaching is a bonus. I like helping people, but I don't go out seeking to help people. And over the years, I have helped a lot of people. I just haven't helped me because it was too nice, too easy to say, I can't do it. I don't qualify. So I wouldn't try to do anything but, hey, I'm a cheerleader for everybody else, pushing them out the door and getting them to do what they need to do. Now, Shea told me I needed to get a program going. I needed something that I could offer people. So I came up with this program that I call Emergence. During Emergence, what I do is I teach on confidence. And confidence and fear to me are two sides of the same coin. Because if you got the confidence, fear will go away. If fear goes away, the confidence will go up. So there are two sides of the same coin. And I like to talk to people about that. Because we use that as an excuse not to do something. They won't like it. I don't know what to do. We put self-limiting beliefs on ourselves so that we don't go out to do what we need to do. The second part of it is to set goals. Now, I know everybody talks about setting goals. And I used to say to myself, what difference does it make to have a goal? But you know what? If you have a goal, if you have something that you're focused on, it gives you strength. If you make that commitment that I'm going to see this through. My mom, I should have took a lesson from her too. My mom, when we came to California, we had nothing. And my mother decided, you know what? He left me. I'm going to make it. And she set herself 4 goals. She wanted to have her own house, a car, a little bit of money in the bank, and she wanted to work for the post office. Nobody else, just the post office. But she did a lot of other little side jobs that eventually led to her working for the post office. My mother saw her dreams come true. We didn't think it was going to happen. In fact, I was a grown up and out of the house. And she was still pushing her dreams of what she was going to do. And we were thinking, it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. It's not going to happen. But I'm here to tell you, my mother got that job with the post office. She spent 11 years with them. She had a little bit of money in the bank. She had her own car. She not only had one house, but she sold that one and bought a second one here in Sacramento. So she did it. But she stayed focused. When people were telling her she couldn't do it, when people were making comments about her thinking she was better than they were, she didn't care. She'd stay focused. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to get there. And she stayed that way until it became a reality. You can do the same thing. There's no reason why any of you cannot have your dream. There are 3 things 3 ways that you can get to your dream. And I have been told 2 of them don't work. The first one is to go to workshops. Because you learn all this stuff, but then you go home and you put it all aside and you go, what did I say? The other one is motivation. You have a motivational speaker who speaks to you and says all the right things. But again, you go home and you forget what they said. The third one, and this one works with the other 2. You need all 3. Okay? The third one is your experiential, that's a big one. Things that you know, in other words. Things that you've learned. I can share with you what I know and have experienced and how it changed or helped me. And if I apply what I learned in the workshop and what I get from the motivational speakers and I focus, I can have what I want. This works with anything. It doesn't matter what it is, it works. Let's do a demonstration here. Let me have about 3 or 4 of you to come up here. Who wants to take a chance on coming up to the front of the room? Okay, come on. Yes, you're right. I am going to make you do something. Okay, I want everybody on the same side of the room. Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to pretend that this is $100,000, and it's over here on this wall. And you want that $100,000 because you have things that you can do with that money. All right? But to get that money, you're going to have some obstacles that you're going to have to face. So, here are your obstacles. Each one of you have to go to the other side of that room. One at a time, but not in the same way. The person who starts, whatever that person do to get to that side of the room, the other 2 cannot do. All right? So how bad do you want this $100,000? Let's start with, I'll start with my sister. For those of you who don't know, this is my sister Nora. She came up from Southern California just to hear me today. So I'm going to pick on her. How bad do you want this $100,000, girl? What are you going to do to get over here and get this money? Well, that was easy. You didn't have any problems. Now, the next person, you can't walk. You cannot just walk. You have got to come up with other. All right. I said she wants that $100,000. Now, how about you? Amen. Amen. Thank you. Now, the whole idea is to you that if you want something bad enough, you would do whatever it takes to get there. As long as you're not trying to hurt someone or make someone feel bad, take advantage of someone, you will get your dream. You got to want it bad. You have got to want that dream so bad. But the possibility of you having everything you want is there for the taking. We all have what we need within ourselves, but we find excuses not to leave it out and go after our dreams. Muhammad Ali said that he was the greatest, and he said it before he was the greatest, and he said it every chance that he got, and he said it until the day came when he was the greatest. Sonny Liston was told he was the greatest, but Muhammad Ali knew he was the greatest. That's the difference between the 2 of them. That's what you have got to do. Whatever that goal is that you want, you have got to know that you can have it. You've got to be willing to work for it. It's not going to be easy. You're going to fall flat on your face. People are going to try to talk you out of it. friends and family. They mean well, but they say the wrong things. Oh, God, that's so expensive. You really want to get involved with that? You could be using that money for something else. What happens if you fail? People are going to be laughing at you. They mean well, but they say all the wrong things. I like to call them my angel and my devil. The devil speaks the loudest. He tells me, don't do it. You're wasting your time. You don't have what it takes. Give it up. You're just a loser anyway. But the angel speaks very soft. You have to really listen to hear what the angel says. Because she tells you, it's here. You can do it. And I'm here to help you. But we're so busy listening to the devil, we can't hear the angel speaking to us. And so we miss our opportunities. We miss those wonderful possibilities that are out there for us. Don't let that be you. Don't lose out on what you could have in your life. Because as Shea and Alicia and others have said, you can have anything. God didn't mean for you to be down here. He meant for you to be lifted up. When we go to things like this workshop, it's not just to hear what the leaders are saying, but it's kind of a fellowship. It's like when you go to church. It's not just to hear the word from the minister, but you fellowship with one another, and you lift one another up, and that gets you through the next week. Yeah. When you attend these workshops, you get lifted up. But you got to be motivated. You've got to know what it is that you want in order to use the motivation, to use the knowledge you learned in the workshop, and you can have that dream. There's no reason why you can't have the dream that you want. I encourage you to think about it. What is it that you really want? How hard are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to go out there and do whatever it takes to get your dream, to make it a reality? I like to work with people. I'm better with one-on-one, but I can work with groups, no more than 10. I like to be able to give a little one-on-one with people. I want to encourage you to think about talking with someone. We have a lot of coaches in this room, and you're not going to resonate with all of them. But someone in this room has something to say that does resonate with you. And I encourage you to talk to that individual, whether it's me, it's Christy, Shea, any of them, because they're there to help you. We're all at different levels, but we're there to help you achieve the dream that you want to have. Possibilities. Don't lose yours. Don't let it go to waste. It's your world. It's the world that you create. I've thought about it a lot since I've been involved with Shea. As to why now? Why now? Why not when I was younger? I didn't go through all of the deep things that I've heard people talk about. My mom didn't mistreat me. My mom, on occasions, might have had something to drink. She didn't smoke. My dad was an alcoholic, but he wasn't living with us, so that didn't affect us. So I didn't have those kind of negatives in my life. But for some reason, I have come to the conclusion that God allowed me to go through my little negative things that I went through, causing myself not to take advantage of so many opportunities just because he wanted me at this age to speak to people. Okay? When I was younger, I could talk to younger people, but there are a lot of people who are my age. They need to hear from someone like me. I say I will speak with anyone that's 40 or older. I'll speak to younger people too, but I particularly will speak with those who are 40 or older. But hey, I'm 69 years old. And there are a lot of people my age who think it's over. Yeah. It is not over. Yeah. Until the Lord call takes the last breath, it is not over. I'm telling you. Every morning I wake up, I say, thank you, God, for letting me have another day on this earth. I believe that there is something he wants me to do. And if it's just talking to people and encouraging them to step out on their faith, then that's what I'm here to do. But you have got to take the initiative. I could talk from here to doomsday, but if you don't step out and do it, it's not going to happen. You have to. Thank you. I agree totally. Absolutely. I am 69 and a half years young. Okay? I never thought I would be proud to say my age when I got to be this age. I got to tell you, 69 is pretty darn good. I go places and I say, well, you know, a woman my age, it works. It works. You know, they give me those little extra perks that they might not give someone else. I'm enjoying 69. I have been blessed, and I know I've been blessed. It's another one of those things that I asked of God. I want to be in good health to the day you call me home. And so far, I am in good health. I don't have any medical problems. I'm not taking any pills or anything. I am in good health. Now, the bones creak a little when I move. They don't want to go as fast as they used to. But that's okay. I can still get around. Ladies, get out there. You have all the resources that you need to make those possibilities a reality. See any one of these ladies here who are coaching and talk with them. Because a coach, a mentor, is extremely important. I've come to learn that. If you don't have someone that you can talk to who will be there to hold you up. I had a mentor once, her name was Velma Stokely. And they just recently, I found out, the NAACP has named an award, the AXO Award, as the Velma Stokely Award, because she loved to work with young people, and she was always encouraging. And she did the same for me. She was always encouraging. And I talk about her because that's the only way I can honor her, is to recognize what she did. Coaches and mentors are extremely important. Even coaches and mentors have coaches and mentors. Right. So you need, if they need them, you definitely need them. So ladies, and I just want to say this in closing. Think about the thing that you really want, how bad you want it, and then decide to commit to it and get out there and do all that is necessary to have that dream become a reality. Amen.